Now the question is, we have to learn the parameters in all these stages because we have involved several set of parameters which are in a graph filters or in a pulling operations. So now how to learn these parameters for a different task is going to be a question that has to be answered. So we look at node classification as a problem to learn parameters in my graph neural networks. So what we are going to do is we are going to take graph as an input and the nodes set is V set. Now in each graph we have two kind of sets for nodes. One set of nodes which are labeled, we'll call this set of nodes VL, and another set of nodes which are unlabeled, we'll call it VU. And the objective here is learn the labels of nodes VU or nodes in the set VU using the label nodes in set VL. So this is my final objective. I have this information. What we are going to do is we are going to develop a graph neural network model which takes entire graph as an input and generate the node representation. If you recall, for node classification problem, we have to generate feature vector corresponding to each node and then use the label information to develop a classifier so that for unknown or unknown label nodes, we can actually get a label nodes using those classifiers. So let's look at the complete procedure. We are going to apply GNN node indicating that we are applying graph neural networks to generated node features where we are having a which is adjacency matrix. Recall that in a node classification, we do not change adjacency matrix comparison compared to graph related task. So in a node related task, structure is not changed. Fin is of input feature matrix corresponding to each all the nodes, and theta1 are the parameters of those. So GNN model is the multiple filters stacked together. How many filters to be stacked is a hyperparameter, but we have multiple filters. If you recall, we have a block of filter activation layer, filtering layer, activation layer, filtering layer, activation layer. So GNN node is basically talks about those blocks, multiple blocks, and each one has a multiple filters. Given these two information and this parameter, we are interested in learning output features. Here, what we are interested in learning, given output features and these two theta1, or even more importantly, Fin and some label data, we want to learn theta1 and which is a model parameter. Once we have this feature output, which is learned feature representation for nodes or defined feature representation for each node, this will be an input to a softmax layer with some parameter theta2 to create a matrix Z. So here theta2 is D out cross C. C is the number of classes. It can be binary class problem, it can be multiple class problem. So C is the number of classes which transform the feature matrix F out to through softmax to a some logic for all the nodes. So here output Z is the output of my softmax layer for all the nodes. So if you look at it, Z is a matrix where each row deals with node 1, node 2 till node n, and each column is a different class till C or probability of different classes. So Zi means ith row of and all the columns predict the class distribution for node I, or is a class distribution of node I, node new Vi. And now what we want to do is we have a set of nodes for which we know what is the class or we know what is the label. Hence, we can use those nodes with labels to learn parameter theta 1 and theta 2 by minimizing loss function. So we'll use cross entropy loss. It is a classifier. Here we'll start with the input as a F in and the corresponding label or labels Y. Here I indicates the each node Vi which belongs to label class, and this is the loss function. So Yi is a node label associated with ith node. Theta are the model parameters theta 1 and theta 2. L is a cross entropy loss function, and we are summing over all the training nodes to get a training loss. An objective here is to learn all the parameter theta 1, theta 2 using by minimizing this loss over all the labeled nodes. Once we learn it, we can use it to predict for unlabeled dataset or unlabeled nodes. So how we can do it? With this particular problem, you can see there are node label 1, 2, 0, 0. Okay. You have two nodes for which we have features and also connectivity, but we do not have labels. So here there are question marks. What we are interested in, given adjacency matrix or structure of graph and feature associated with each node, we want to learn node labels. So first we construct the GNN node. Theta 1 will allow us to get F out associated with all the nodes. So we have actually, using GNN, we have actually moved from this feature to this feature, which is F in to F into F out associated with this particular node. Once I have this, I'm going to use my features associated with each node and parameter theta 2 and pass it through the softmax layer to get a distribution of all the nodes. And here in this particular case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the distribution associated with each class. There are three classes here. Remember that we have a class 0, 1 and 2, And what we'll have is a distribution here associated with the Z for this particular node, okay, and Z for this particular node. I'll go through this distribution and check which one has the maximum probability, and that particular class will be assigned to this particular node. In this case is 1 and another one is 0. So we can get node label for unknown nodes by using the label information of known nodes and the feature associated with them. Similarly, we have a graph classification problem. Instead of classifying the node, what we are interested in, given graph, we want to classify whether it belongs to certain set of classes or belongs to a classes among set of classes. Here, what we have in training data set D is we have each graph G and associated label Y. I can put it as a I and I, which I indicates a data point. Let's say there are n data points in D. Okay, the cardinality of D is, let's say, and then we have data like Gi, Yi, where I is equal to 1 to n. Simple example for graph classifications we have looked at it is molecular property predictions, where molecule will be represented as a graph and corresponding property is going to be labeled as Yi or a class. Now, and we have several set of molecules for which we have a label data, and what we want to do is in the future when I have a new molecule, I want to predict the particular property of interest given its graph. So the objective here is train a model on D to predict unlabeled graphs which will emerge in the future. Here in GNN model, we take graph as the input to generate a single graph representation. Remember that in GNN model for graph classification, we have to generate a single vector or single feature vector or a single graph representation for each graph. So what we are going to do is we will take graph as the input and apply GNN graph, which is going to be a set of filters and pooling layers stacked together, and ultimately it will generate a feature for a particular G when we actually pass this G through this GNN graph.